Last time on the StuG 3G, we fitted the brakes, fitted the diff mounts, and test fit the transmission. Everything seems to be working well, but we just aren't convinced that flushing the goo out of it will be enough.
Oh, look at that.
It's going to be a lot of work, but we've decided that we have no choice but to strip this gearbox down, inspect every component, thoroughly clean everything, and reassemble
Yeah,
it.
it's going to be a bit tricky to get in, isn't it?
Hi, I'm Kurt from Armour and welcome to Workshop Wednesday.
The main thing with this transmission is that it's got an oil pump in the bottom, so it doesn't fill up to the top with oil. So we've got a lot of bearings and gears up the top end which will never get oil unless the oil is pumped to the top. And without that working, this thing will surely fail. It'll overheat bearings and gears will get hot and things will start smashing and cracking. So that's the main thing, is to check the pump inside, which you've already seen what the differential was like inside at the bottom, where we had that big like slab of congealed oil.
Pretty tasty.
Oh, look at that. That's a seal.
Looks like a brisket.
I'm suspecting that's going to be what's inside the bottom of the transmission as well. Hopefully it's okay inside, but we have had signs of water in there. Let's hope that it hasn't been in there for very long and it hasn't done any serious damage. To pull this apart, it needs to split in two. These transmissions were cast, joined together, and then they were line bored. They've actually got number stamps on top right next to each other on each piece, just to tell you that this part matches this part. So you can't just go and mismatch these parts. If you've got two transmissions with one side on each, you can't go joining them together because your bearing surfaces inside will never line up. Not so much with the differential at the front, that should be an interchangeable part, but you're best just to keep everything from the same thing and put it all back together if you can. So to be able to split this, you've got to remove the back plate and the differential because they bolt through both parts at once. So first thing we'll do is we'll take this off, we'll take any accessories off the outsides, and then we'll take the differential off the front, and then we should be able to work at splitting the actual casing apart itself. Okay. The whole stud's coming out, but that's okay. We can put it back in with some sort of glue. Pretty nice still. Someone's removed these off here. Either that or they've rusted off, but I think someone's had a go at it. So you can see the casing is actually thicker here. So you've got a shorter stud and then a longer stud there. So it'd be good to sort of catalogue these parts and make sure that I know where they're going to go back in again. Steve's already had a bit of a go at it just to see what was in here.
How good is that?
See if we could inspect it, but it's just linkages. So these bolts actually go right through the entire transmission. So we need to get in there anyway. So it was a good help for him to pull that apart for us. More studs. These are all coming out pretty easy so far. Might be famous last words. I shouldn't have said that. Just give it a light tap, see what happens. Yeah, have a look at that, it's already moving. So you can see it splitting at the top here. Easy. Look at that. Oh, and there's no gasket on here either. They've just used sealant glue on there. It goes hard.
Is that machine surface just so good? It
Yeah.
seals it?
Yeah. Both machine surfaces, yeah. So they didn't actually use a gasket on there, which is interesting. Be really careful with that. Yeah. There you go. The right size. Nice. Someone's already removed the bolts up here and it's rusted through at the bottom, so it's not actually connected to this part that's on the side here. This little lockout lever needs to come off. I would say it's for reverse, so you don't put it into reverse gear when you're going along. You have to physically push the button down so you can actually activate reverse gear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a protective shield.
Is that the original paint colour under here?
Yes, original Panzer grey colour, and you can actually see here, look at this. This is all original paint here as well. This plate's never been removed before. Now, how am I going to get this off? This here is so you can select gears, right? So it's supposed to travel in and out.
We were pretty apprehensive about pulling this really rare and critical piece apart, but luckily we had some experts fly over that know a thing or two about fixing up old World War II German vehicles. We've known Nick and Phil, aka the twins, for many years, and they've had experience with this particular type of gearbox in the past. Today, they're giving Beau a helping hand.
So what's the biggest challenge pulling these apart?
Keeping clean.
Everything's heavy, so you've got to be so careful not to undo anything that makes the whole thing unbalanced.
So that's going to have to come out. It's only a circlip. So these circlips will have to come off. These fixtures here will have to come undone.
And the C-spanner for those ones.
This one will be alright, that'll pull through, it'll stay in there. Sort of thing is slipping itself.
There you go.
Does it have oil in it?
No.
It can't have.
They're a bit bent, they are. There we go. We got it.
Whoa!
They won't rotate at all.
Well, get the nuts off, everybody's going to room anyway.
Yeah.
So when you don't have to. All going around the other side.
Oh, did it come off?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not quick enough. It's going, you know. Get that. There we go. Alright?
Yeah.
Oh, nice little bearing underneath it.
Needle rollers.
Whoa. The ball bearings clenched in there so they can't fall out. As it sits on there and turns, it's less friction because it's all working on bearings.
And this is for the gear selector.
Just change gear, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this one here. There's a circuit that holds that on, right? Yeah. Is it purely this here?
There is a circuit. Get it going the right way.
Yeah, that's it. We just do that.
Another one with a bearing in it.
As they work, the lads carefully mark and partially assemble each part they take off. It's then stowed in a container to be cleaned up later.
Bolt from behind.
And behind here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If we take this bit away, you'll be able to get to it.
These pivot points are part of the gear shift linkage.
Put the rattle gun on it.
Get it flying across the works.
They're on a tapered spline, which has given them a lot of surface area to bind up on, and it's giving us the most trouble so far. Despite a run into town, we couldn't find a puller that would work for us, so Beau tries to metal work his way out of the problem.
Alright, here we go. This time it's going to work.
We only put a little bit of heat on the part, just so it's too hot to touch.
Did you hear that?
Did you get that?
I did, yeah, but it scared the life out of me, so I don't know how good it'll look.
Oh, that's good. Well done.
You want this one?
No, it should be right. Alright, let's see that should come off there. Got him?
Piece of cake.
Hey, give us a look. Give us a look at it, Nick.
The Germans knew we got it off like that. They'd say, "Why didn't we think of that?"
I bet they don't.
To be able to split it, you need to be able to take the diff off. So we'll take this off now and we can get more access to the side.
Once again, we start with the long studs and bolts that help pull the two units together.
Look at that, got it. Can't believe it.
Works every time.
Interfering.
Oh, look at that. What were we so worried about? Huh?
Experts. Yeah.
Screwdriver.
Like I said, it's never been used as a screwdriver before.
No.
Doesn't do anything, did it? Not hot enough. Still not moving, eh?
Shears off. The whole stud's turning.
Start in.
Ah, right, yeah. Oh, looks okay.
Ooh.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, is it broken though?
No, it just unbinds from the...
Unwound out of the aluminium
That's-
casting.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I'll leave them for you. Didn't think about that.
Oh no, that one didn't come out.
Oh. So all that's holding are these 3 studs here. This one come out. So we've got to try and pull it off the 3 studs. Just be careful not to swing.
And down.
Wish.
One thing that continues to amaze me are the wafer-thin shims that have to be used to line everything up. The tolerances on these machines are just so tight.
This tiny bit of material makes so much difference.
Yeah, without this, you'd have a lot of... You'd probably break things, wouldn't you? Your gear would be sitting too close and too much pressure on it.
There are still a few pesky linkages and rods connecting the 2 halves of the gearbox together that have to come out.
You want to try that, eh? Not even. Look at that. Beautiful.
Oh, that's probably off.
It's going to be hot.
More heat, more power.
More aggression. Rattle gun instead of spanners. A bit crooked. No. Come off. No, it's come off. Watch all that rabbit fur. Shooting them back that way. Yeah. There's not much there at all.
It might just come straight out.
Just try undo that one. Careful, hang on a second. Just try it again. Hang on a second. Try it again. Oh. Yep.
Just grab it with your hand.
Yeah. Look at that. Beautiful. Never thought that you'd be able to unwind something out of that.
It's corroded. Yeah. You can get away with using those.
Yep, it's in.
Now this is something. A rod flared at both ends, and get this, it's the only one like this in the whole gearbox.
I think it's around your side somewhere.
Oh, right.
Right out. Bit of heat. No worries.
It's gonna be hot.
Oh,
It'll be hot. It's gonna be hot.
oh, oh.
There you go.
Asbestos
yeah.
hands.
It's
No,
got
no
asbestos
worries.
No feeling.
Yeah, but you've only touched it for half a second.
That's all it takes. All right, what's left holding it?
Courage. Look at that.
How this washer survived is beyond any of us. And so we muster our courage and prepare to split the unit. We decide to lay it over and suspend it slightly to exert an even downward pressure as we hammer and lever it open.
Clear. Oh, it stinks.
To my complete and utter horror, I missed the money shot.
I missed it. I bloody knew it. Just put it back up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh.
Shameful camera work on my part. We were actually recording this for a really long time and I had no way of knowing that it was just one lucky hit away from coming apart. Just look at this. Nothing less than a work of art. Fully realised without CAD or computers of any kind. Hand designed and beautifully crafted. It's been a complete pain to work on due to how complicated it is, but its beauty is undeniable.
Quite light, yeah. Alright.
Aluminium.
Not for everybody.
Got the whole way. Oh, okay. It weighs about 25.
And that's the oil manifold. The best part is, the pump is functional. This is going to take a lot more work to get cleaned up, so join us next Wednesday for your weekly tank restoration fix. Till then, I'm Kurt from Armour, and I'll see you on the next one.